Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ball. 53's mine. Bravo. 53's mine.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throw complete to Herndon. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Mike 58, right there. I'm here all day. Quick edge.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Kamara. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, 18.
Here's Trubisky. On the catch, it's Crowder. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Second and 3 at the 17-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Trubisky. Herndon's got it complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
He's moving, boys, moving. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Lock in. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Tackles.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, and it's London with the football, as they've got it with a very tough 3rd and 15 forthcoming. It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, 58 is a mic. Alert, alert, alert.
Now it's Trubisky. It's hauled in by Doxson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, I need one over here. Alert.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Brissett now. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Oh, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Trubisky will throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Fletcher Cox never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want? Red, son. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
Now it's Trubisky. Fletcher gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Matt Weil now. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Out right here to Herndon. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
53 to Mike. 53.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. 3rd down here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, D.
action. Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown. Andy Isabella, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Trubisky. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Brissett. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Brissett. And that will be incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Stay with your man. 18.
Toss play, Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Pick it up. 180. You don't want nothing. Get it. Pick up the ball.
On second and 12, Trubisky. Throw complete there. Rodgers. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 50-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Dodson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd.
Come on, set. 54. Hey, hold on. 54, Mike. Man, we got to get this stuff.
To throw, Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here's Trubisky. It's caught. Beckham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Josh Dotson. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Trubisky to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 41.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Ready. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Out. Anyway.
Play fake. Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Right there.
A run for Nick Chubb. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Alert.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Herndon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Trubisky will throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
The Packers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. 36, 36.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check. Showing it. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now Trubisky to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Trey Flowers picks it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Here's Brissett. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively?